Hey guys, how you doing? Ron here with TechTipsToGo. So in today's video, I'm going to show you my top ways and my tips and tricks on creating a Shopify store from scratch. I'm going to show you how to easily create it, use the least time, get it done the cheapest and the fastest. All right, so this is for a lot of people in my social media network that's looking, who have side hustles, like that's starting like a side e-commerce project or a side hustle, or even if this is your full-time hustle. So I've been in e-commerce, for over 10 years. I've gone through like different variations of e-commerce platforms, anywhere from like WordPress, running Magenta, running WooCommerce, running Xcart. So even back in the day before Shopify wasn't around, I remember you'd have to get like two servers, one which is like a PCI compliant for Visa cards. Then you'd have to have your main server, but your PCI compliant server couldn't be or couldn't reside on that same server just because of like regulatory compliance with like Visa, MasterCard, and security. So now like the easiest thing to do in terms of like getting started is start off with like a small Shopify store, and just makes everything so much easier because you don't have to worry about uptime, speed, etc. Shopify is usually up like 99.5% or 99.9% of the time, as well as you don't have to worry about like server payments, etc. You just tie in your bank account and away you go. So anyways, I just want to make this video for you guys to explain, how to get started with Shopify, the easiest, the fastest, and to spend like the least amount of money. And to be honest, I've been doing this for years of outsourcing. So right now, like I use outsourcers within my team and my companies. So we have a lot of outsourcers or people on my payroll that get paid between $2 to $4 an hour, and stuff that we don't usually do, we go on outsourcing sites to get done. So I'm going to show you exactly where to get started, how to get started, where to find a Shopify consultant to get it done for you, and then how to best get the best price. All right, so let's get into it. So the first thing you want to do is obviously you sign up for Shopify. I'm not going to go through the whole Shopify process of signing up because it's very straightforward. You put in your information, you put in your bank account, you get your domain, you can register your domain name on Shopify. But this is like after you've done all of this, right? So I've built like, hundreds of Shopify sites, or like my team and I, by doing this strategy because it's so easy and you can pay as little as $5 to get it done. So the most popular site that I use is Fiverr.com. There's also many other sites that I'm going to leave a link down below. But Fiverr.com I've been using like since 13 or 14. Like these are all of the contracts that like I've been doing, and you can see the prices like $5, $6, $11. A lot of these are logos and banners and etc. So there's a couple of things that you're going to need for your Shopify store. So you're going to need some kind of banner, right? A banner that looks nice. You're going to need a logo, and then you might need content, right? So for a logo, you could pay $5. For a banner, you could pay $5. And then for an overall website done, this is the easiest strategy. So typically you go onto Fiverr, and this is what you do. If you're new to Fiverr, you go over here and you shop for services. You go Shopify website. So what I've seen is like to spend the least amount of money, you'll see a whole bunch of services, and you can put a range of like, okay, well, I only want to spend, $5, or, you could put a value of how much money you want to spend for a whole Shopify site. So you could go over here, you could go category, and you could go to e-commerce development, and then you could specify your budget, right? So let's say you want to put in $5 to $25. You click apply. So now what I have found with Fiverr is you'll see, so you can go sort by relevance, and you can go to best selling, or you can just go by new arrivals. So here's the thing with Fiverr and what I've noticed, so you don't waste a lot of your time. So you're going to go to new arrivals, right? And you're going to see a bunch of developers right there. But the thing is, like when you have new developers, you're not too sure exactly how the performance is. And also this $5 is kind of like a bait you in, because the first thing they're going to do is they're going to ask you exactly what are your requirements, and then it ends up going like back and forth conversations. And based on like my history, like I've probably have like over 500 orders that we've completed over on Fiverr, probably even more. But anyways, you go through that, the back and forth with a bunch of developers that are kind of like pitching on a site. Because what you do is you come over here, I'll develop a Shopify store, and then the amount of pages that they're willing to provide you is only like 4 pages, 10 products, design customization, and then you continue. But a lot of them want you to actually contact them first before they accept your project, because when you continue, they might actually decline your project if it's too much, right? Because they have these 3 packages which are like upgrade packages, because the overall Fiverr marketplace is, let's try and get you in for $5, but okay, well, you have more than 10 products or 15 products, you have to go to the standard. See, you go to 25 products or premium. Now I'm going to tell you the best strategy on how to get everything done right now. So what I want you to do is skip all of this, and I want you to come over to here and post a request. So basically, you put in your requirements that you want a Shopify site done. You put in the requirements that you want a Shopify site done, the details of don't even put products, because the Shopify developer doesn't need to do the admin work, and it's just going to take more time, so they're going to charge you more. Basically, what you want is the base layer of your site, and then you go into Shopify and you hire a virtual assistant, and I'm going to show you this next after we talk about this. So what you're going to do is just put in, I would like a Shopify developer to design me a custom store. Right, so you choose your category, you put in graphic design, subcategory, you could put in website design right here, select service type, graphic UI, select websites. Now you could just put in other, and then you could put in your budget here for $5, right? You could submit your request, or you could put it for $10, right? Or $15, whatever you think is reasonable. I put in $5. Now here's the kicker. People that are new coming onto the platform, their main goal is to create an income. You're going to have a lot of developers and freelancers that are new to Fiverr, and the main goal with Fiverr is to build your reputation and get reviews. The more reviews, more communication, the better you handle your overall portfolio as a freelancer on Fiverr will get you more gigs. So there's a lot of Fiverr workers that are willing to actually do your site for $5, and I've seen that. It just the matter of way of like how you handle your communication. All you have to say is like, well, I'm looking for someone that has experience, and what they're going to say is, well, okay, if you could provide me a good review, I'll do your site, and they'll actually go the extra mile. And to be honest, yes, I do pay $5 for a website, but I give them a tip of probably like $50 just because the site is like done like so well. So that's one strategy. And make sure that you don't include like you want to add 100 products. Just say that you want to add a minimum products, like about or 5 or 10, whatever they're pretty happy with, right? So after you have that part done, this is what I want to do. So you post a request. The post is going to get reviewed by Fiverr. You're going to have a whole bunch of bids. Now you want to have a template where you copy and paste from WordPress and just copy and paste into WordPress into the response. Say, this is what I'm looking for, because you're going to get a lot of people bidding on your specific request. So after you've selected that freelancer, you just want to make sure that their portfolio is great. So you want to ask them for links, because they're going to have 0-star ratings or reviews. So you just want to make sure that they have previous experience. So the next thing you want to do is actually start adding your products. So let's say you've got your Shopify store, you got your template done, which is great. Now you want to start adding products. So the next thing you want to do is actually look for a virtual assistant on Fiverr to handle the data entry of inputting all your products and everything. So if you're familiar with adding your products to Shopify on how you do it a specific way, I want you to go to a site called Loom. So I want you to go to a website called loom.com. Now what loom.com does is that actually it records your face. You don't have to, you could choose not to record your face, but it's just going to follow your screen as you're giving an example, and it's going to record your voice. So as you can see in this little picture here, you're actually explaining to that virtual assistant that you're going to be hiring on Fiverr. You're going to say, I want you to come over here, and this is the template that I want to use for Shopify to add products. So you just want to specify, this is what I want you to do. I want you to make sure it's a price of this, and then you could compare it to another site. So you could go to this site, and I want you to mark it up 30%. So you put in all of those products, because when you start adding a lot of products into Shopify that are very unique, it could take you like days of input, right? And it just, for me, it's just too time consuming and it's too tedious. And so over here, you do the same concept of actually hiring that person for the lowest amount of money as possible through doing managing requests, because you're going to see the person that has the more reviews or higher reviews, they're going to charge you more. And this might be only for like 30 minutes for $14. But it's the same thing. There's a lot of people that want to get onto the platform and build their credibility and ratings. So you come over here, go to manage requests or post a request. And you say, I'm looking for a virtual assistant for $5 for 3 hours, or for $5 for 1 hour. And what you're going to do is you can start negotiating with them and say, oh, well, I'm looking for about, for $5, probably for about 2 hours. And you'll get a lot of people that will actually do the work for you just to get the experience and get that 5-star review, and possibly a tip if they do great work. So if you're willing to give them a tip, what I would do is say, well, I'll hire you for now. If you do a great job, I'll give you a tip, right? And be honest with them. And, like I said, I've made another video, is treat them like a real employee that's with you. Don't treat them like robots. Like, I've worked with like hundreds of VAs. I still work with VAs. And I've seen a lot of people just don't treat their virtual assistants. They treat them like robots, and they're not robots. They're employees. Even with our virtual assistants, we go the extra mile of like, just doing the little things like thank you, etc. And so that's the most cost-effective way of building a Shopify store from scratch. Not unless you really wanted to do everything on your own, but for me, or for anyone else that is very busy and doesn't want to spend like weeks of doing it, the best way to do it is hire someone on Fiverr for the base layer of your Shopify store, $5 for a banner, and then your logo as well for $5. You use the same procedure of posting a request for a logo, and you'll get all of those services for about $5 each. Right? And then you hire virtual assistants to add your products, and then you could use Loom to kind of instruct them exactly on how you want them to add the products, so they know that they're following it the right way. Because it does take a lot of time writing an email, etc., where they can just refer to a video that you send a link. So you create that Loom video, it automatically generates a link, they click on it, and they can view that video. So if you want any more information on Shopify and how to add products, etc., or anything to do with virtual assistants, just comment below and I'll respond right away. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel, please subscribe, comment, and like, and I'll see you in the next video.